What's up, everybody? This is Jeremy with Redbeard Bass and Joshua Lask Fishing Podcast. Wanted to let you guys know that you can still catch us on RTF Sports Network. You can find that at rtfsportsnetwork.com, and you will find many awesome shows there, including ours. I hope that you guys take the time to go to that page to not only check us out, but to check out all the other awesome shows on there. Thanks. Bye.
What's up, Josh?
What is going on?
Man. So let's just start off by saying you guys are going to hear me coughing a lot during this episode. I don't think I have the coronavirus, but I could be wrong.
Well, I'm not going fishing with you, so we're okay.
So just to touch a little bit on that, did you know that they won't actually test you for it unless you are either A, like respiratory failure, or B, have a fever over 103?
Really? I did not know that. I thought, well, what are they doing with the drive-through testing in New Jersey then?
Essentially, you pull up, they ask you a bunch of questions, and if you meet the right criteria, you pull through to be swabbed and tested. But like if you're below 50 and you don't have a high fever and you don't have other respiratory issues, they will literally just send you home.
Some bull crap. I know today when I went to the doctor, they did ask me all the questions, and my temperature was 97.6, so I am okay.
Yeah, mine's been pretty steady too. I just been having throat issues. I think it's just allergies. I've been I'm in my wife's car right now, and she's got a called the Black Ice air freshener.
Oh,
you know,
yeah,
the
worst.
little dead pine tree, as I like to call it, because it aggravates me to no end.
Yeah, I don't like those ones either. I get the Febreze ones.
Yeah.
So we're thinking about what are we doing this weekend, Jeremy?
I don't know. I was thinking either hitting Lake St. Clair up in the marshy area, up towards like Anchor Bay, or over in the Hartman's Island, or possibly going down to Huron out in Ann Arbor.
Well, if you go to Huron, are you taking the kayak or are you just going wading?
I'm going to take the kayak. I'm going to go on Barton Pond and possibly Argo.
Okay.
Which is two little dammed off areas on the Huron River out in Ann Arbor.
Yep.
When me and my wife first got married, we lived in Ann Arbor for about 5 years. So we were able to I was able to fish a lot out there.
So you know the area pretty well then.
Yeah. Some of the nicest smallies I've ever caught were out there.
Yeah, I never thought of kayak fishing when I was younger. I always bank fished or boat fished.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess the sport has been growing in the last couple of years to the mainstream public, where, like the guy at the grocery store noticed my hat was a fishing hat. And he's like, "Oh, you ever fish out of a kayak?" I'm like, "That's all I fish out of now, man." I'm like, "I don't know anybody with a big enough bass boat. And the guys that do have bass boats are too busy paying for them."
Yeah, I actually saw a guy at I was at the Salvation Army, and I was walking out, and he was like, Jeremy, and I turned around, and it's this guy in his probably like his mid-50s, and I was like, "Hey man, what's up?" And he said, "Oh man, I recognize you from your YouTube channel," and I was like, "That's crazy because I only have 11 subscribers."
Yep.
But he was real nice. He was talking about getting to go out. I think he's part of the Oakland County group and part of the Metro Yackers too. So
yeah, I know I'm part of some other group like Yak Mob or something with Wayne.
Yeah, I think
the group.
I thought is Yak Mob Wayne Allen's group.
I think it's either him or some other guy, because I know some guy was making the stickers that I got them from.
Yeah. I actually, I got a girl who's gonna make my red beard bass stickers for the yak, so I'm gonna have one for the kayak. Hopefully next time I go out.
Cool.
But she had to put it in three three layers, so it's gonna take her a little bit to print it off. I think same way you were talking about printing it, but she's
Yeah.
got Adobe, so she was able to take my JPEG and flip it into three different layers.
Yeah, I mean, the layering is not that hard. It's putting it together when you get it all cut. That's the problem.
Yeah, I think she's got X-Acto knives. She also doesn't have any kids, and she doesn't have a. I hate
House
to
full
say
of
this.
dogs.
Yeah, or a significant other.
Yeah.
She's she's just single and living her best life. So
There
she's
she
got a
goes.
lot of free time.
Everybody's got to do what they want
Yeah, especially right now, she's got a lot of free time. So
on that.
I know this is totally unrelated to fishing, but dude, if you need anything, like don't hesitate to call me off the air. I've
Oh,
been
yeah.
giving people all kinds of stuff because the my wife's best friend, the same lady who's making that thing, she was running a deli out of Detroit Diesel, like she's the head person in charge of the deli,
Yeah.
and they had to close down. So she has so much food. She brought us like 50 tomatoes, like 7 cucumbers, like a whole big old restaurant sized bag of baby spinach,
Nice.
leaf lettuce. Like we got more food than we know what to do with.
Nice. Yeah, we
Oh,
got
and we got a
everything, just not vegetables.
yeah, and we got a 48 pack of toilet paper today from my wife's mom. So
There you go. So now you're stocked up.
yeah, we're living the dream over here. We got all the
Yeah,
toilet papers.
we still gotta get toilet paper. I think
Yeah,
we got like
40.
two 6 packs left, so I think we'll be all right.
I think 48 rolls is the official apocalypse size container of toilet paper.
Well, there's a video going around of a guy who hunts toilet paper. It's pretty funny.
So it sounds like you're outside. You enjoying the warm weather?
Oh yeah, the 40-degree weather.
It's supposed to be 58 today. You think it's actually going to hit it or no?
No, it's gonna rain here in a minute. But
Yeah.
I was thinking about it, and I was doing some research, and I came across the fact. I don't know if this is true or not. That bass can only see red or green. They can't see any
You
other
know,
color.
I heard something along those lines, but I heard that it's not so much that they can't see, it's more so that those colors are more visible to them, kind
They're
of
more
like a dog. Yeah,
yeah,
kind of like a dog only sees in three colors, and then like the I think it's black and white, and then the dogs have a third color too, but I can't remember what it is.
I don't know, man. My dog can tell the difference between colors of balls, so he might be weird.
Yeah,
Cause we tell him to go fetch his orange ball, he'll get his orange ball. You fetch the camel ball, he'll get the camel ball. Fetch him the
yeah,
blue ball, he'll get the blue ball.
yeah.
So
I'm just
that's
working on trying to have my dog not bite himself.
yeah. Good luck with that. My dogs are hunt tested and duck trained, and they still bite each other.
No, he just bites himself. Like we went and got him groomed, and now he's biting at himself. So we had to put the cone of shame on him.
Yep.
So I was talking to Sean today. Man, that guy fishes a lot. I think he's going to be a good fishing companion. But he was actually going out today. He was heading back out to Ann Arbor. He was going to Barton again.
Okay.
I don't know if you saw, he went out there, all he caught was a pike, like a little, probably 14, 15-inch pike. But
Yeah, I saw that. He's a good guy.
yeah. But I was telling him that today he drew me into what I call the dark playground, which is anywhere you go on the internet that isn't where you were supposed to be. Kind of like you
Oh
go
yeah.
on and you're like, let me check my email, and then 20 minutes later you look at your phone and you realize you're looking at Where Are They Now? Celebrity Edition from Saved by the Bell.
I don't know if I would go there, but all right.
But I was doing that today because he was asking me where to launch from. Just kind of
Oh,
went to um, Maple Road and then launched from a bridge.
oh, there you go.
And I was telling him there was a better place, but while I was looking for the image to send to him, I found out that there's this little area off of Gallup Park, which is a little bit further down the river, more towards Ipsy.
Yep.
And Gallup Park, if you take your kayak and you kayak from one side of the river to the other, there's like a little area where you can pull your kayak up and then you go across a small set of railroad tracks, and then it looks like there's a big lake back there. But the only way to get to it is either to take your kayak on this big trail that the park has, Gallup Park has, where you go across the river on a bridge, and then you go essentially like a mile and a half down this trail, or you could take your kayak across the river and just pull it up what looks like a little shallow ravine upwards and then over the train tracks and then launch back in the lake on the other side.
Yeah.
But I got dragged into doing that today. Have you ever done that before where you just get on Google and find something and go?
Yeah, I mean, I've probably done it a few times with random stuff, more, looking for video game tutorials and find out 20 hours later I'm sitting there watching old episodes of Sesame Street or something.
Yeah.
Learning
So,
about the count, watch the count.
yeah. So what have you been up to with your tackle? You been doing buying anything, upgrading? Did I lose you? Oh no, ladies and gentlemen, we lost Josh. He'll be back in a moment. Let's play some music as a go between. Dun 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 dun. We're gonna get sued so bad.
Let's try this again.
All right, we're back. Can you hear me?
Yep, I don't know what happened. I think my Samsung headphones crapped out on me.
Oh man.
That's Samsung for you.
Yeah, when I got my new Samsung, I didn't get the Bluetooth headphones. I got these AKG wireless headphones, or not wireless, wired headphones. They're actually pretty good.
Yeah, I got the wireless ones when the phone first came out last year.
Yeah.
So,
So I think the question I asked you before it cut out was, have you got any new tackle since the last time we were out, or no?
nope, not yet. Still looking for that Guggen spinnerbait and the probably going to get one of them jackhammers everybody's talking
Yeah, those jackhammers are good, man, but $20, I can't,
about. Oh,
I
I'm
can't
seeing them for
justify it.
like $9.
Uh, I'll probably have to get on that deal. But
Yeah, I figure once money, get a couple of.
yeah, I heard the chatterbaits. It's not so much the chatterbait it is as it is the trailer. I think we talked about that last time, though, that you got to have a good trailer.
Yeah, the Mondo bug has been good for me.
Yeah, I think I use a fluke shad with the little kick tails
Yep.
on them, and then I kind of clip the back off so the tail moves a little bit more. But
Or you can use a paddle system. They might do better.
I think that's what I meant was a paddle tail, and then I just chip it off a little bit so the tail moves more.
There you go.
So what what have you been up to, man, in this coronavirus? Just hanging out?
Just playing some Division 2 if anybody plays it. It's about a pandemic virus that kills half the world, and you have to go through and kill the bad guy and the bad factions of people. So pretty
So
popular.
not only are you constantly being inundated with stuff about the coronavirus, but you're also playing a video game about a pandemic.
Yep. Getting ready to prepare for what's to come if possible.
What'd you say the name of the game was?
Division 2.
Oh, okay.
So
So, man, I'm gonna have to cut a lot of these coughs out.
Yep.
So, all I really been doing is teaching these kids, trying to show them how to clean up after themselves. Man, be glad you don't have four kids, man, or any for that matter. At times, I love my kids, but
Yeah.
man,
Sometimes I wish I had kids. Sometimes I'm glad I don't.
come to my house for a day. You'll be glad you don't.
I mean, they'll be my kids. I'll love them more. You know what
Yeah, they
I'm saying? Kids.
it's almost like they walk around with like a bag of glitter in their pockets and
Just
they
throw it
just jump.
around.
Yeah, they just throw it around or jump up and down and it flies out.
It's kind of like any strip club in Atlanta.
Yep, that's what having four kids is like.
There you go, people. There you go.
So I think we need to probably get on at least one trip. I was looking for my family. I think we're going to go to the northern side of Chickamauga the first week of April.
Nice.
There's a little city called Dayton, which is like 45 minutes outside of Chattanooga.
We'll call, make sure it's not shut down yet. With
No,
everybody
it's
shut
actually
down, I know Illinois just shut down all their boat ramps. They're not stopping fishing, but they shut down. So you have to find like a public boat ramp that's not DNR supported, I believe.
yeah, or launch from a road like here.
Yeah.
Yeah, the I know the state parks are still open because my brother lives down there, and he said that's one of the few things that are open. Because typically, people when they go camping, they might hang out with each other, but usually they stay at their campsite. They go to the beach, they fish. But
Yep.
but the place we're looking at actually it's a state park, but it has cabins in it, like really nice cabins. Like they look like hotel rooms.
Probably get them for a steal right now.
Yeah, I think they're cheaper than they normally are, but they're still like 149 a night.
Damn.
But I mean Gatlinburg, you can get a house for $99 a night, and then I was trying to find one on Douglas Lake in Tennessee. It was real cheap for like a week, and then the prices went back up.
Yeah, I know they canceled the KBS National Championship and they're moving it to October.
Yeah,
That was supposed to be on, I don't remember.
I think it's
Now,
in Alabama.
thought it was North Carolina.
Maybe it is North Carolina. You said national championship, or you said?
Yeah, the KBF National.
Yeah, I was thinking of last year. It was in Alabama, like this one that just passed.
Yeah.
But so Wayne. What is that? What's the other guy's name?
DJ?
I forgot. No. I actually work with his mom. For some reason, I can't remember his name, but I was in the gym one day and she was in there. She's a older, light skinned black lady, and she had mentioned that her son kayak fishes because I told her I wasn't there for like 3 weeks in June last year because I was fishing every morning, and she asked me why I wasn't there, and I told her because of that. And she said, "Oh, my son kayak fishes. He's out on the river all the time." And I don't know why I can't remember his name, but I've actually been out on uh, Lake St. Clair and like run across him a couple times. He's a real good guy, but his mom was proud of him because he actually made national championship last year because he was in Alabama. He had to sell some of his gear to get down there though. Like he sold some of his poles, and I think he had like three fish finders, and he sold two of them and some other stuff so he could get down there. But you got to do what you got to do. You still there? We keep losing Josh. Josh, if you can hear me, hit the 8.
I'm here. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Okay. I think it's because I got off the app on my phone.
Oh, okay.
I was trying to look up where the national championship was, but won't let me change the app.
Yeah, it does that too when I try to go to something else. This is why you got to have two phones like you're a drug dealer so you can look at information to make sure you know where it is.
Yep.
Um so when I was talking about Huron, that didn't sound like something that would interest you trying to
Oh, I want to
uh
go. I'm down for anything, man. Just I don't know how well the 13 and a half footer is going to do on a river.
yeah, I mean you may have to take the little guy, but the Huron by Barton not by Barton, by Gallup, it isn't that bad. It's like a big opened up lake section, and the current is only in the middle part of the river.
Okay, so it's kind of like the Sable.
Yeah, but I haven't been in a kayak there except for like fun. I didn't have a fishing kayak then. I went with a couple people when I worked at Buffalo Wild Wings for like 9 years, but I worked at the one in Ann Arbor, and like we all wanted to go canoeing and kayaking one day. So like I think like 15 of us rented kayaks and canoes and went down like a 6 hour trip.
Yeah, that's what we did at the Sable when I was a kid. That's the first time I ever kayaked.
Yeah,
Because me and my
definitely.
sister got kayaks, and then my dad and my stepmom got a canoe. So me and my sister actually got stuck under a tree for the first time and had to flip to get out.
Yeah, that's always scary. I always end up trying to back up, but when you're in a river, it's not always that easy. It's too
Nope.
hard to back up sometimes.
Sometimes you gotta just hunker down and push through them.
Yeah. That's why you got to get a sit inside one for that. There's no sit on top river flipping
Nope.
unless you want to lose all your gear.
Well, you're still gonna lose gear if you're gonna sit inside
Yeah.
as much, depending on where you
Yeah.
store it. Me, I store my gear on top of the back with some bungees I installed.
Oh, see, I actually put my poles inside, but that's because I'm short and I can just throw my poles inside the front of it.
Yeah, I do that for transportation. I just can't do that while I'm fishing because I can't pull them out.
Yeah.
But I take a lot less gear when I river fish.
Yeah, I think I still take four poles, but I have the two pole holders behind me, and then I put two in front of me, broken in half. And when I need them, I just take them out and break the other two down and put them in. But if we do Huron, make sure you get some MEPS number three and number four.
Oh, I got a
Uh,
bunch of rooster tails and regular spinners.
Yeah, the ones with the orange plastic, simple and easy. I don't know why they love them. Silver blade, orange plastic, and the treble hook, and just I usually just smash smallies all day long on the Huron, and then
When
couple pike here and there.
when are we thinking about doing this Saturday?
Yeah, I'm thinking about getting out Saturday and doing it.
All right, I'm in. I have
Okay.
to break out the little kayak out of his hidey hole.
Yeah.
He's stuck in the back of the garage right now, all sad and alone. But we'll get him some sun time.
Yeah, I got all the seats down in the kayak or in the van, so we can just slide them in there.
Cool.
Might have to bungee it down or
Well, mine's
some.
only a 10 footer. I don't know how big yours is.
I think mine's 9.5 or 10, so it's probably the same.
Okay. You're gonna take your fishing kayak or the regular one?
The regular one.
All right. Yeah, I'm in.
Okay. If something changes, maybe we could go try that other spot that I was talking about that DJ showed me.
I'm in, man. Whatever you want to do.
Yeah. So uh, we can go ahead and end out, and you can do the sponsorship for Filthy
Oh,
Angler.
we are currently sponsored by Filthy Anglers, the essential everyday gear for the everyday fisherman or woman. So go to filthyanglers.com. We should have a promo code soon. But we did get the okay to be sponsored by them, so that is a plus.
Sweet. I can't wait to try out some of their gear. I think the only thing I currently have from them is a face mask.
Yeah, I ordered that one of their over long sleeve tees because it looks like it's gonna be chilly for a while. So
Yeah.
we can give that in the mail if the mail doesn't stop.
Is it made out of neoprene or is it made out of something else? Or not
Some
neoprene?
UVPF fabric.
Okay. Okay. Well, we look forward to future sponsorship with them, and I am going to do the ad off the air for the RTF network. But we are part of the RTF network. You guys can catch us on RTF every Thursday at 3 p.m. And that time slot may change as other sports start to come back, but we get a prime time slot for kayak bass fishing because there's no other sports currently. I'll
Yes,
take
we
it.
do.
All right, man. I'll
All
talk
right,
to you later.
I'll see you Saturday.
Yep.
Bye.
Bye. So initially, I made jokes about this whole coronavirus thing. I decided to just add this to the end of an episode, but ultimately, it has affected people in my life. People that I don't really maybe not associate with much anymore, that I'm just kind of friends with on Facebook. But, life has changed for them. They don't have jobs. A lot of my friends that still work in restaurants and bartend, because I spent 9 years of my life working in restaurants, specifically one restaurant chain. I still know a lot of people from that chain, and they all don't have jobs. And even the ones that moved on and went to other chains, they don't have jobs. From who I've talked to, the people that still have jobs essentially is like you might have one or two line cooks, and then like one person to do carry out, and then the manager, and that is it. I know we're living in hard times, people, but for everybody that does have jobs, I would urge you to support businesses in this time by ordering carry out. Your food's not going to be as good, but just think about all those people that need that money. I've been going out, me and my wife once or twice a week and getting food because, luckily we both have jobs that weren't affected by this. And we tip people, people that are just bringing us carry out food. We tip them like if we were sitting down at a table to have date night. And we've had to do date nights at home. And date night at home is a perfect opportunity to get food from somewhere else because guess what? I can cook pretty good, but ultimately the food that you get from a restaurant is going to taste different than the food that you cook at home. And you need to just support people. Support people in hard times as many as you can. If what we can do and change in a small amount even only affects like 5 or 6 people per restaurant chain getting their jobs back temporarily while this whole crisis plays out, then that's still 5 or 6 people. 5 or 6 people per restaurant is millions of people's lives that we could affect just by if we have the means to go out and order food. And I know a lot of people are scared that they're going to get sick and so on and so forth. But like restaurants have really taken extra precautions. If you go to Chili's, they won't even hand you your food through the window that you're sitting in. They will literally have you roll down your passenger side window. They set your food on your seat so you don't have to come in contact with their hands. And they're wearing gloves. Typically people who do your carryouts don't wear gloves. But just support people. Take care of people. We got to take care of each other in these times because we're the only people that are going to do it. And I know that's way more serious than me talking about fishing, but guess what? I host 2 podcasts. I host this podcast and I host another podcast about men's mental health. And you want to talk about something being strenuous on people's health right now? Having to be locked up and cooped up for hours upon days at a time in the same area with people will really make you realize how much you love your freedom of being able to go outside all the time. I still go out and fish because that's self-isolation to me. I'm on a kayak by myself, but a lot of people are choosing to stay home and not go out, but that has a wear on your mental. It's taxing to just do the same thing day in and day out and not be outside. We as people, we weren't meant for that. There's a reason we go on vacations and we do these things. It's to get outside most of the time. It's not to go sit in a building. It's usually to see a city or, go to the country and relax on a lake or so on and so forth. But Anyways, guys, I appreciate you guys listening to the podcast, and just go ahead and support businesses. And if you can support local ones that are staying open, ones that aren't chain restaurants, do that. By all means, support the small guys first. The big chains, they're going to be smart enough and have the wherewithal to look out for their companies in this time, and they'll still be all right at the end of the day, or they should. But that's it. That's all I wanted to say. Everybody be safe, be blessed, enjoy your families, and get out there, get fishing, enjoy Mother Nature, because it's one of the things they have not taken away from us yet. Bye!